Weihrauch HW 50K with silencer.
Bay State Red Wolf Heritage, Huben K1 at the shooting range, Steyr Pro X. Servus, thanks for dropping in. Yeah. Yeah. Servus!
Thanks for dropping in and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing a really beautiful model. It's the Weihrauch HW 50K with silencer. I just want to start with some information about the different names and variants. If you know my old videos about the Weihrauch HW50, you also know my shout out to buy the S model, not the M2 model. Why do I say that? Well, the S model is the model with the match trigger record. And this feature absolutely justifies the higher price because the match trigger record is one of the best, if not the best, shooters are arguing about it, hobby shooting triggers on the market. Today I have a model that's called Weihrauch HW50K. K is for the shorter variant. You can see the shorter barrel here, including a barrel thread. Still, this model also comes with the match trigger record. And customers in Germany can buy this exact model in my shop, jabolo.de/en. We are still selling the S model exclusively in our shop, including the K model with the silencer. We are not selling 10 different versions of the HW50 on purpose, just to save you, in case you are not that deep into the topic, from buying the, from my point of view, less good M2 model. You can be sure you get the best models of this class. So now I want to introduce the gun a little more in depth. It's the new stock form, the 2020 stock form. It came for the HW50 as well as for the HW35 and 30 and so on, with the new adapted stock with the cutout down here. It is a ambidextrous stock. You can see the ambidextrous cheek piece, which works for left and right-handed shooters. The safety is on the left side as usual. The gun has an automatic safety, which activates when folding the gun, and you have to deactivate it before taking the shot. I mentioned the match trigger record before. You see a hallmark at the grip and front shaft. It's the shorter version with the silencer. Shorter does not mean lower precision, which is important to notice because I get this question a lot. Are guns at 7.5 joule less precise with shorter barrels compared to longer barrels? If you don't believe it, just watch me shoot the HW44 pistol over 27 yards. You can see how unbelievably precise a 20 centimeter barrel can be over 27 yards. This should be proof enough that the difference here does not affect precision. The shorter barrel is instead very handy and the gun gets, just easier to handle. I'll just remove this one here. We have a half-inch UNF thread at the front. Super important. If you want to use another silencer, you have to check out if it really fits on this 20 millimeter long UNF thread. The new Weihrauch silencer comes with the box, really nice with this matte design, and it comes super handy as a strong, beefy grip when folding the gun. And that's basically a huge advantage for me. We decided to add the HW50K to our lineup. It's one of the most loved air guns in Britain, the HW50 with silencer. Tastes differ, but I can absolutely understand why. To me, it's one of the most beautiful guns Weihrauch has ever built and sells. Of course, the gun comes with an 11mm prism rail on top with 3 drill holes. The holes are for a stopper pin. The stopper pin is an anchor point for your mount and stops the scope from moving. Otherwise, scopes can travel very slowly towards the shooter due to the recoil, which would lead to you having to reconfigure your aim constantly. And that's why you have these 3 holes. And when shooting brake barrels, I always recommend to place the stopper pin there. Where and in which hole? I've been asked this recently. I can't say generally. But I have a scope tutorial on this channel called Mounting and Zeroing In, where I am explaining in detail first how to mount the scope, how to zero in, and how to find the eye distance so you can shoot comfortably and precisely. I talked a lot now, and we covered the theory and looked at some close-ups. I'll mount the scope now and see you again at my shooting table where we'll shoot a bit. I know you've been waiting for it. Have fun, guys. Okay, we're at the shooting table. We are shooting the HW 50K with match trigger record. Qiangyang pellets with 0.55 gram, domed. Just make sure that everything's in the frame. A little to the side. Perfect. I'll say it right away, I'm a bit shaky today. I shot a bit to the side today while training. See, my crosshair is affected by my pulse. So I'm lowering the zoom a bit so I don't see it that much. Still, I'm not super relaxed today. I hope you can forgive me. You can see that the gun is precise in my other HW50 videos. I brought a iron sight version to the shooting range once and shot over 22 yards, I think. So you can see what the gun is capable of. You see, I'm searching excuses beforehand in case it goes as in the training before. Like I said, a bit shaky today. I mentioned it in the intro. The gun folds super comfortable since I can grab the silencer up front. That's just super handy and practical. You can't hear any grinding or squeaking or other negative sounds when folding it. It's working super smooth. The gun is in out-of-the-box condition. I didn't tune anything. You know, you could tune the trigger. At javelot.de/en we are selling a trigger and a tuning kit. For everybody who's shooting as a hobby, just for fun, you really won't need this since the guns are just amazing out of the box. Nothing to complain about. Just in case you want to get the maximum out of it or shoot competitively, you're just searching for the last missing percent. Yeah, you have some tuning options. But which precision you can achieve, oops, loosen it, Which precision you can achieve, you can see here. The bright ring in the middle is 8 millimeters. I'm shooting a distance 12 yards. Yeah. And it's still not my best day today. And yeah, still looks respectable. Weight-wise, it's super to handle. Around 3 kilogram on this gun. 3.2. So easy to handle for the whole family and well suited for less strong shooters. The recoil is low to medium, and the rubberized buttstock dampens it almost completely on your shoulder, so don't worry about that. If you're using the artillery hold as I do now, you'll be fine. If you need a few tips how to shoot this gun or break barrels in general, the best way, because you're brand new to this hobby, there's a German video that has been watched over 100,000 times. And yeah, I'm explaining how you shoot a break barrel the way I do it. I'm sorry it's not localized yet, but it's on my to-do list. The spread you see here will disappear behind a 1-cent coin. Of course, all my regular viewers are waiting for my standard, let's call it misfire, that goes anywhere. It's super important that you, and I mentioned that a lot in my latest videos, that you pull the trigger or the trigger blade always the same way with your finger. Always with the middle of the front finger segment, not the tip, not the joint. Yeah, it's really good. I have to admit it's even better than in the training before. I was kind of afraid and not sure if I even should shoot the video today. But you see we are at a spread of around 1 centimeter, I guess, with around 10 shots. I've been told a lot that I shouldn't talk so much theory and shoot some more because it's fun watching. I know some of you watch these videos at work secretly or in a subway or wherever else when they can shoot themselves at the moment and watch this for motivation and entertainment. Oh, that was one of these crooked shots. I just realized there's one out left. Man. There it goes again. Way out left, 1 centimeter away from the target. Yeah. Of course, I could just shut up while shooting and it would be more precise, but also twice as boring. What you should keep in mind, take care of your spring piston. Use some oil on the stock 2 to 3 times a year. Rub down the burnished parts right after shooting, especially on brake barrels where you touch the barrel and the system all the time. Just rub it down with an old shirt. A too often washed cotton shirt is fine. Put some corrosion protection on it when you lock it away for a while. It would be super sad to get rust on your gun. I'm sure no matter how old you are, a Weihrauch gun can outlive you if you take care of it. And you see, apart from the one shot that went anywhere, we have a decent result. Let's take another shot. Let's see if I can put it in the same hole again. Yeah, that's looking good. Since it's not really spectacular anymore shooting into this hole, I'd say we stop this video here. HW50K with match trigger record and silencer pre-mounted out of the box. Visit my shop jabolo.de/en, and if you want to do me a favor and give something back, just rate us, jabolo.de on Google, for example, or if you bought one of our products, leave a comment, a rating, so other shooters see that we have some great products in our shop. I'd be happy, and I'd also be happy if you tune in again next week, if you watch me again, if you leave a comment. That's it. Thanks for your time and see you next week. Take care. Ciao, servus, AirGhandi.